The plants whisper an ancient wisdom, their vibrations weaving through the fabric of existence. Shi Heng Yi, the renowned Shaolin master, felt their presence deeply, his mind attuned to the subtle energies that flow beyond ordinary perception. From his temple in Germany, this modern sage has shared insights that echo the timeless teachings of the plant kingdom. Between 2002 and 2025, his discourses on mindfulness and energy have inspired countless seekers to reconnect with nature's silent allies. What did he uncover about the green beings that grace our spaces? What if the plants we overlook every day hold the secrets to harmonizing our restless souls? Picture a serene Shaolin temple nestled in the Black Forest, morning mist curling around ancient trees. Shi Heng Yi sits in meditation, his breath steady, his awareness expansive. The questions he poses today are not just about physical vitality but about aligning the subtle energies that shape our inner world. He speaks of qi, the life force that pulses through all living things, and how certain plants act as conduits for this energy. Plants, he says in his calm, measured tone, carry vibrations that resonate with the human soul, bringing balance where there is discord. This isn't poetic fancy but a truth rooted in the Shaolin tradition, where nature is seen as a living teacher. While science now explores the bioenergetic fields of plants, Shi Heng Yi spoke of their consciousness as a tangible reality. In one teaching, he described plants as existing in a timeless state, their awareness expressed not through thoughts but through vibrational patterns that touch our energy fields. Imagine your soul, that essence poets and mystics have pondered for centuries, as a stringed instrument, its chords slightly out of tune. What if specific plants, placed intentionally in your home, could gently retune those chords, restoring harmony? This isn't abstract philosophy but practical guidance, meant to be lived. Let's begin our journey with the sacred rituals of ancient shamans, as Shi Heng Yi might have envisioned them in his meditative states. In the Americas, sage smoke rises from braided bundles in the hands of healers. Sage, Shi Heng Yi noted in a discourse, holds the vibration of cleansing, not just of spaces but of the energetic residues that cling to our environments. Long before studies confirmed sage's ability to purify air, Shi Heng Yi taught that its smoke shifts the vibrational frequency of a room, clearing stagnation left by conflict or sorrow. When sage's aroma fills your home, it's as if the space itself exhales, releasing what no longer serves. This cleansing, Shi Heng Yi emphasized, is amplified by intention. The mind directs the energy, he taught, urging practitioners to focus their thoughts while smudging. Have you ever entered a space and felt an inexplicable weight? Shi Heng Yi suggested that emotions, especially intense ones, leave imprints in our surroundings, imprints sage can help dissolve. In a world where quantum science shows that observation shapes reality, is it so far-fetched that our consciousness could interact with a plant's energy? What burdens might linger in your home, and could sage's ancient wisdom help lift them? Now, let us travel to the lavender fields of southern France, a vision Shi Heng Yi described in his teachings on mindfulness. The monks who cultivated these purple blooms knew their resonance with the Ajna chakra, the center of intuition. Lavender, he explained, calms the restless mind while awakening subtle perception, acting as a bridge to higher awareness. For those who find meditation elusive, he advised placing lavender near their practice space or inhaling its scent before sitting in stillness. Its gentle vibration, he said, fosters a dialogue between the analytical and intuitive mind, paving the way for insight. Modern science supports this, showing lavender's ability to enhance alpha brain waves linked to relaxation. But Shi Heng Yi's perspective reaches further, suggesting lavender touches the Shen, the spirit that connects us to the divine. Have you ever noticed how a scent can pull you into a memory or a dreamlike state? What might shift in your practice if you invited lavender's serene energy to guide you? As we explore these 7 plants, their vibrations weave a tapestry of harmony, ready to transform your soul's song. Our journey through the wisdom of Shi Heng Yi continues, as we delve deeper into the plant kingdom's subtle teachings. From the lavender fields of France, let's now step into the ancient healing temples of Egypt, a place Shi Heng Yi described in his meditative visions. Here, Aloe Vera stands sentinel at temple thresholds, its thick, succulent leaves brimming with life. Known as the plant of immortality, in ancient texts, Shi Heng Yi taught that aloe vera is both guardian and healer, working on both physical and energetic levels. Its vibrant energy, he said, absorbs what disrupts the human qi, restoring balance to body and soul. In one teaching, Shi Heng Yi explained that aloe vera's water-filled leaves act like reservoirs of vital energy, drawing out toxins from both flesh and the subtle energy fields around us. Place aloe near sources of disharmony, he advised, particularly around electronics like computers or televisions, which emit electromagnetic fields that can unsettle our inner calm. Long before modern science noted aloe's soothing properties, Shi Heng Yi described its ability to create a protective shield, neutralizing energies that might fray our spiritual alignment. Imagine the devices in your home. Could their subtle hum be quietly disrupting your soul's harmony? The Egyptians, Shi Heng Yi observed, carved aloe vera into temple walls, not just as art but as energetic symbols that extended the plant's protective reach. Quantum physics now hints that energy fields can carry information. Could the ancients have known this through intuition rather than equations? Shi Heng Yi's teachings invite us to see aloe as a living ally, its presence a quiet force for clarity in our modern, tech-filled lives. What might change if you placed an aloe plant near your workspace, inviting its steady energy to guard your peace? Now, let's shift to the vibrant courtyards of India, where Hindu devotees tend sacred basil, or tulsi, with reverence. Shi Heng Yi called it the plant of spiritual protection, noting its ability to create a field of coherence that aligns human consciousness with higher truths. In Ayurvedic tradition, tulsi embodies the divine feminine, radiating nurturing and abundance. Shi Heng Yi taught that its rapid growth mirrors universal principles of prosperity, its vibration resonating with the Anahata chakra, the heart center, while grounding spiritual energy through its roots. This dual action, he explained, forms a circuit of divine energy, bridging the material and the transcendent, a challenge for many on the spiritual path. Placing tulsi near kitchen spaces, Shi Heng Yi suggested, infuses food with spiritual vitality, while positioning it at entrances creates a sacred threshold, helping you stay centered as you move between worlds. Have you felt the disconnect between daily tasks and your spiritual aspirations? Could cultivating tulsi in your home weave those threads together, making the mundane sacred? Shi Heng Yi emphasized that tulsi's power lies in its generosity, offering leaves freely to those who care for it. The plant teaches giving without depletion, he said, a lesson in spiritual abundance. Modern studies confirm basil's antioxidant properties, but Shi Heng Yi saw its essence as a guide to living in alignment with universal flow. What might shift in your life if you invited tulsi's vibrant energy into your space, letting its lessons of balance and generosity take root? As we move forward, envision a Japanese Zen garden, where peace lilies bloom in quiet corners, their white petals glowing softly against deep green leaves. Shi Heng Yi described the peace lily as a symbol of balanced relationship, embodying the harmonious exchange of giving and receiving. In Shaolin philosophy, this balance reflects spiritual maturity, a state of flow between self and others. The peace lily, he noted, thrives in low light, teaching us to find wisdom in life's shadows, where intuition and depth reside. Place a peace lily where discord lingers, Shi Heng Yi advised, its presence helping to soften unspoken tensions. Science now shows peace lilies purify indoor air, but Shi Heng Yi saw a deeper alchemy, transforming emotional friction into opportunities for growth. If your home feels heavy with unresolved conflict, could a peace lily's quiet presence spark the clarity needed for healing? As we pause here, reflect on how these plants might already be calling to your soul, ready to harmonize its silent song. Our exploration of Shi Heng Yi's teachings on the plant kingdom's spiritual wisdom carries us forward, from the tranquil Zen gardens of Japan to the sunlit hillsides of the Mediterranean, where rosemary grows wild, its needle-like leaves releasing a sharp, clarifying scent with every breeze. Shi Heng Yi called rosemary the herb of remembrance, echoing ancient traditions where Greek scholars wore its sprigs to sharpen their minds. But the remembrance he spoke of goes beyond mere memory. It's a reconnection with the soul's true purpose, a piercing through the fog of everyday distractions. In one of his discourses, Shi Heng Yi explained that rosemary's potent vibration stimulates the Sahasrara chakra, the crown center, linking human consciousness to the divine. Rosemary awakens the soul to its origin, he said, helping us recall why we're here, beyond the noise of material life. Its scent, he taught, creates pathways between the conscious mind and the deeper Shen, the spiritual essence, allowing glimpses of wisdom that lie dormant within us. Have you ever had a moment of sudden clarity, where your life's direction felt vividly clear? Shi Heng Yi suggested rosemary can spark such moments, aligning your inner frequencies. Modern research shows rosemary's aroma boosts cognitive function and memory, but Shi Heng Yi's perspective reaches deeper, framing it as a tool for spiritual awakening. He advised placing rosemary in spaces where you reflect or create, its energy cutting through mental clutter to reveal truth. In a world that bombards us with information, could rosemary's sharp presence help you rediscover your soul's quiet voice? What forgotten dreams might resurface in its aromatic embrace? Now, let's journey to homes across cultures and centuries, where the snake plant stands tall, its sword-like leaves a silent guardian. Shi Heng Yi described it as a sentinel of sacred space, a plant that transforms dense energies into vitality through its unique spiritual alchemy. Unlike most plants, the snake plant releases oxygen at night, a quality Shi Heng Yi tied to its ability to work with qi during dream states, when the soul is most open to subtle influences. Its upright form, he taught, creates energetic boundaries, shielding against vibrations that don't align with your essence. Position the snake plant where energies mingle, Shi Heng Yi advised, such as near doorways or workspaces, to prevent absorbing others' emotional patterns. This teaching resonates in our hyper-connected world, where empaths often carry the weight of others' feelings. NASA's studies confirm the snake plant's air-purifying power, but Shi Heng Yi saw it as fostering energetic coherence, a state where your space feels calm and aligned. Have you ever entered a room and felt instantly unsettled, without knowing why? Could a snake plant's steady presence help you maintain your inner sovereignty? Shi Heng Yi emphasized that the snake plant teaches boundaries with openness, its defined leaves a model of balance, protecting without isolating. In his Shaolin philosophy, this reflects spiritual maturity, staying connected while honoring your essence. Imagine placing a snake plant in a busy household. Could it subtly shift the atmosphere, creating a haven for your soul? Its quiet strength invites us to stand firm in our truth, even amidst chaos. As we weave these teachings together, a pattern emerges. The 7 plants, sage, lavender, aloe vera, basil, peace lily, rosemary, and snake plant, each resonate with a facet of soul harmony. Sage clears what no longer serves, lavender bridges intuition and calm, aloe vera protects and heals, basil unites the material and divine, peace lily balances relationships, rosemary rekindles purpose, and the snake plant guards sacred space. Together, they form what Shi Heng Yi called a living mandala, a sacred arrangement that nurtures spiritual growth. Shi Heng Yi stressed that these plants' power multiplies through conscious relationship. Their presence alone creates harmony, he said, but with intention, they become teachers. This challenges our modern view of plants as mere decor, inviting us to see them as allies with their own awareness. Recent studies on plant communication hint that their consciousness may be closer to ours than we think. What might shift if you approached your plants as partners in your soul's journey, rather than objects in your space? As we continue to follow Shi Heng Yi's profound insights into the plant kingdom, we pause to reflect on the living mandala these 7 plants, sage, lavender, aloe vera, basil, peace lily, rosemary, and snake plant, create in our lives. Shi Heng Yi, the Shaolin master whose teachings blend ancient wisdom with modern clarity, saw these plants as more than mere flora. They are, in his words, vibrational allies, each offering a unique frequency to harmonize the human soul. Let's deepen our journey, exploring how these plants weave their subtle magic into our daily existence. Consider sage once more, its smoke curling through sacred spaces. Shi Heng Yi taught that its cleansing power extends beyond the physical, dissolving energetic imprints left by stress or discord. Sage is the broom of the soul, he said, urging us to use it with mindful intent to sweep away stagnation. Imagine smudging your home after a tense day. Could the act, paired with focused thought, reset not just your space but your inner state? Science now validates sage's antimicrobial effects, but Shi Heng Yi's vision points to a deeper purification, aligning our environments with our highest aspirations. Lavender, with its soothing purple blooms, remains a gentle guide. Shi Heng Yi described it as a whisper from the cosmos, calming the mind while opening the Ajna chakra to intuitive insight. He advised meditators to keep lavender nearby, its scent easing the chatter of thoughts. Have you struggled to find stillness in meditation? Picture inhaling lavender's aroma before sitting. Might its soft energy guide you to a deeper peace? Studies show lavender promotes relaxation, but Shi Heng Yi saw it as a bridge to the Shen, the divine spark within, inviting us to trust our inner knowing. Aloe Vera, the plant of immortality, stands as a protector in Shi Heng Yi's teachings. Its juicy leaves absorb disharmonious energies, particularly from electronic devices that clutter our modern lives. Aloe is a silent warrior, he said, recommending its placement near screens or routers to shield our qi. The ancients carved its image into temples, a practice Shi Heng Yi linked to encoding protective energy. Could an aloe plant in your office subtly shift the atmosphere, grounding you amidst digital noise? Its presence reminds us to nurture resilience, even in challenging environments. Tulsi, or sacred basil, radiates abundance, its vibrant green leaves a testament to life's generosity. Shi Heng Yi called it a heart opener, its vibration aligning the Anahata chakra with universal love. Placing Tulsi in kitchens or doorways, he taught, infuses spaces with spiritual vitality, making daily acts sacred. Imagine tending a Tulsi plant while preparing a meal. Could its energy transform routine into ritual? Shi Heng Yi's emphasis on Tulsi's nurturing essence invites us to embrace giving without depletion, a lesson for our busy lives. The peace lily, blooming in shaded corners, teaches harmony in relationships. Shi Heng Yi saw it as a mediator, its white petals symbolizing the balance of giving and receiving. Where words fail, the peace lily speaks, he said, suggesting its placement in tense households. Its air-purifying qualities are well documented, but Shi Heng Yi believed it transmutes emotional discord into growth. If your home feels heavy with unspoken tensions, could a peace lily's quiet presence foster healing dialogue? Its resilience in low light mirrors our ability to find wisdom in life's shadows. Rosemary, the herb of remembrance, sharpens our connection to purpose. Shi Heng Yi taught that its scent pierces the veil of forgetfulness, awakening the Sahasrara chakra to divine truth. Rosemary calls us home to ourselves, he said, recommending it for creative or reflective spaces. Have you felt adrift, unsure of your path? Inhaling rosemary's crisp aroma might spark clarity, as studies confirm its cognitive benefits. Shi Heng Yi's deeper insight suggests it reconnects us to soul memory, the wisdom carried across lifetimes. As we hold these teachings, Shi Heng Yi's vision of plants as conscious partners challenges our mechanistic worldview. He urged us to speak to plants, not as superstition but as recognition of their awareness. They listen, he said, and they respond in their own language. Recent research on plant sentience supports this, blurring the line between human and plant consciousness. What might change if you greeted your plants as teachers, inviting their wisdom into your soul's journey? We continue to explore the teachings of Shi Heng Yi, the Shaolin master whose insights reveal the plant kingdom as a vibrant tapestry of spiritual allies. The 7 plants, sage, lavender, aloe vera, basil, peace lily, rosemary, and snake plant, form a living mandala, each contributing a unique vibration to harmonize our souls. Let's journey further, delving into the snake plant's protective power and the collective wisdom these plants offer, guided by Shi Heng Yi's vision of conscious partnership with nature. The snake plant, with its upright, sword-like leaves, stands as a guardian in Shi Heng Yi's teachings. He called it a sentinel of sacred space, its energy transforming dense vibrations into life force. Unlike most plants, it releases oxygen at night, a trait Shi Heng Yi linked to its work during dreamtime, when our qi flows freely. The snake plant creates boundaries, he taught, recommending its placement near doorways or workspaces to shield against external energies. Have you felt drained after a busy day? A snake plant by your entrance might help you reclaim your inner calm. Shi Heng Yi emphasized the snake plant's lesson of balance, protection without isolation. Its defined leaves model spiritual maturity, staying open while honoring personal boundaries. NASA's research confirms its air-purifying prowess, but Shi Heng Yi saw it fostering energetic coherence, making spaces feel grounded and serene. Imagine a snake plant in a bustling office. Could its steady presence anchor you amidst chaos? Its quiet strength invites us to stand firm in our essence, even in a noisy world. Now, let's weave together the broader tapestry of these 7 plants. Shi Heng Yi described them as a symphony of vibrations, each addressing a facet of soul harmony. Sage purifies, clearing energetic clutter. Lavender bridges intuition and calm, guiding us to insight. Aloe Vera protects, absorbing disharmony. Tulsi unites material and divine, infusing life with abundance. Peace Lily balances relationships, softening discord. Rosemary rekindles purpose, piercing forgetfulness. The snake plant guards boundaries, ensuring our sacred space remains clear. Together, they create a sacred ecosystem for spiritual growth. Shi Heng Yi stressed that these plants aren't mere tools, they're partners requiring conscious engagement. Their power lies in relationship, he said. Speak to them, tend them, and their wisdom unfolds. This echoes ancient traditions where plants were revered as sentient beings. Recent studies on plant communication, showing responses to sound and touch, suggest their awareness may be closer to ours than we think. Have you considered your plants as listeners, their silent presence a dialogue with your soul? What might they teach if you leaned in? In his Shaolin philosophy, Shi Heng Yi saw plants as mirrors of universal principles. Sage teaches release, letting go of what binds us. Lavender embodies surrender, guiding us to trust. Aloe Vera reflects resilience, absorbing negativity without diminishing itself. Tulsi manifests generosity, sharing freely. Peace Lily shows harmony, thriving in shadows. Rosemary awakens clarity, cutting through illusion. The snake plant stands for sovereignty, protecting without closing off. Together, they invite us to live with intention, aligning our spaces with our soul's highest expression. Shi Heng Yi's vision challenges the modern tendency to see plants as passive decor. They are alive with qi, he said, urging us to approach them with respect. He advised simple acts like expressing gratitude or asking permission before harvesting leaves, fostering a mutual exchange. Imagine tending your plants with mindfulness. Could these small acts deepen your connection to the living world? How might your home feel different if each plant was honored as a spiritual guide? This perspective shifts our relationship with nature, from a utilitarian one to one of reverence. Shi Heng Yi's teachings remind us that we exist within a web of consciousness, where plants and humans are co-creators. The ancients knew this, he said, and their wisdom lives on in every leaf. What might your spiritual practice evolve into if you invited these 7 plants into your life as allies? Could their vibrations help you rediscover the harmony that's always been within you, waiting to bloom? As we reach the final chapter of our journey through Shi Heng Yi's teachings, we stand at the threshold of a deeper understanding. The 7 spiritual plants, sage, lavender, aloe vera, basil, peace lily, rosemary, and snake plant, form a living mandala, a sacred arrangement that harmonizes the soul. Shi Heng Yi, the Shaolin master whose wisdom bridges ancient traditions and modern life, invites us to see these plants not as objects but as conscious allies, each vibrating with qi to guide us toward wholeness. Let's complete this exploration, weaving their lessons into a vision for your spiritual path. Shi Heng Yi taught that these plants work in concert, their energies creating a dynamic balance. Sage, with its cleansing smoke, releases stagnant energies, preparing your space for renewal. It's the first step, he said, clearing the canvas of the soul. Have you noticed how a smudged room feels lighter? Lavender follows, its gentle scent calming the mind and opening the Ajna chakra to intuitive wisdom. Placing it near your meditation space, as Shi Heng Yi advised, could deepen your practice. Perhaps its soft presence has already called to you. Aloe Vera, the guardian plant, absorbs disharmony. Its succulent leaves a shield against the subtle chaos of electronics. Shi Heng Yi's advice to place it near devices resonates in our tech-heavy world. Could an aloe in your bedroom restore calm? Tulsi, the heart opener, infuses spaces with divine abundance, its vibrant growth a reminder of life's generosity. Tending Tulsi in your kitchen, as he suggested, might transform meal prep into a sacred act. Have you felt its nurturing energy yet? The peace lily, thriving in shadows, teaches harmony in relationships, softening tensions with its quiet grace. Shi Heng Yi's call to place it where discord lingers feels vital. Could a peace lily in your living room spark healing conversations? Rosemary, the herb of remembrance, sharpens our connection to purpose, its crisp scent piercing the veil of forgetfulness. Inhaling rosemary during reflection, as he recommended, might awaken clarity. What truths might surface in its presence? The snake plant, standing tall as a sentinel, guards your sacred space, its nighttime oxygen release aligning with dreamtime chi. Shi Heng Yi's suggestion to place it at thresholds feels grounding. Imagine one by your door, shielding your home's energy. Together, these plants create what he called a vibrational sanctuary, a space where your soul can thrive. Picture them in your home. How might their collective energy shift your daily experience? Shi Heng Yi's core teaching is that these plants amplify their power through conscious relationship. They respond to your intention, he said, urging us to engage with them as living beings. Speak to them, express gratitude, or pause to feel their presence. These acts, he taught, forge a bond. Recent science on plant sentience, showing responses to human interaction, echoes his words. What might change if you greeted your plants daily, acknowledging their wisdom? Could your home become a temple of living chi? In our technology-driven world, Shi Heng Yi's plant wisdom offers a path back to nature's intelligence. We've forgotten our connection, he said, but the plants remember. These 7 allies, accessible to all, are doorways to rediscovery. From ancient rituals to modern apartments, their role endures, partners in the soul's evolution. Indigenous cultures knew this, living in harmony with the green world. Shi Heng Yi's teachings invite us to reclaim that bond, not through grand gestures but through quiet, mindful presence. As you consider inviting these plants into your life, Shi Heng Yi would encourage approaching them with reverence. Ask what they can teach you, he advised. Their vibrations, purifying, balancing, protecting, awakening, interact with your own, creating harmony. What forgotten parts of yourself might stir in their presence? What peace might emerge as their energies weave with yours? The answers lie in your home, a living laboratory where these spiritual allies stand ready to guide you. This journey, inspired by Shi Heng Yi, is an invitation to grow alongside these plants, each supporting the other's expression of divine consciousness. Their wisdom, as eternal as the Shaolin tradition, awaits your discovery. As you tend them, you tend your soul, harmonizing its song in the quiet, persistent embrace of green teachers who have stood by humanity since the beginning.